Okay. Sama-sama nating alamin kung ano ang cyber libel. Cyber libel. It is punishable under RA 10175 or what is known to be as the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. So this RA 10175 addresses cybercrime offenses, providing for prevention, investigation, suppression, and penalties of crimes committed via online and other social media platforms. Okay? So, what is cyber libel? Cyber libel punishes public and malicious imputation of a crime or of a vice or defect, real or imaginary, tending to cause dishonor, discredit, or contempt of a natural or juridical person. That is committed through a computer system or any other technology or similar means which may be devised in the future. So, madaling sabi, ito yung mga paninirang puri na nakukumit sa pamamagitan ng mga social media platforms, online platforms. Okay? So, yan yung mga libelous statement, mapanirang puring mga statement laban sa isang tao o kaya sa mga juridical person. Yung juridical person, yun yung mga kumpanya, ganyan, yung mga may goodwill na mga business. Okay. So, before yung passage ng RA 10175, libel is already punishable under Article 353 to 362 of the Revised Penal Code. And this libel, this is what you call the traditional libel. It may be committed by writing, printing, lithography, engraving, radio, phonograph, painting, theatrical exhibition, or any other similar means. In order that an accused may be convicted for the crime of cyber libel, the following elements must be established. So, ito yung mga kailangang ma-establish or patunayan para ang isang tao ay mapakonvict ng cyber libel. Number 1, the imputation or statement must charge a person that may be natural or juridical person, with a crime, vice, or defect. Merong mapanirang sinabi laban dun sa isang tao. Pangalawa, publication. The imputation must be made public. Meaning, marami dapat ang nakabasa or nakakita nung mapanirang puri na statement laban dun sa isang tao. In cyber libel, publication typically occurs when the defamatory statement is posted or published online and can be accessed by user. Number 3, identification. The person against whom the statement is directed must be identifiable, either expressly named or identifiable from the context. So, dapat doon sa post nung tao na nag-post ng mapanirang puri laban doon sa isang tao na siniraan, kailangan yung taong siniraan, mare-recognize doon sa post na sinabi. Kung hindi man siya expressly binigyan ng pangalan or pinangalanan, in-identify naman siya in such a way na siya lang yung tao na yon na makikilala na ganon. Halimbawa, kapag sinabi nating presidente ng Pilipinas, isa lang naman ang presidente ng Pilipinas. Kapag siniraan mo yung presidente ng Pilipinas, nagsabi ka ng hindi magagandang salita laban sa kanya, mapapanirang puri, papasok yon sa libel or cyber libel. Okay, number 4, malice. Malisya. Malice is presumed once the defamatory matter is shown to have been published. However, the defendant may rebut this presumption by showing good intention and justifiable motive. So, once na may sinabi na hindi magagandang salita laban sa isang tao, ang sabi ng batas ay may presumption na malisyoso yung sinabing statement. Pero, yung dedepensa or yung akusado na dumedepensa or defendant, pwede niyang sabihin na wala naman akong mali siya nung sinabi ko yan. Maayos yung intention ko kasi gusto ko lang ipaalam sa ibang tao yung katotohanan. Okay? So, usually, a good intention and justifiable motive is a defense in libel or civil libel cases. Number 5, injury. The defamatory statement must have caused damage or harm to the reputation of the person defamed. This injury could be reputational damage, emotional distress, or other negative impacts arising from the defamation. So, yan, may injury dapat. So, under Philippine law, civil libel carries a heavier penalty compared to traditional libel. Okay? Traditional libel is punishable by prison correctional in its minimum and medium periods or from 6 months and 1 day to 4 years and 2 months. Or a fine ranging from 200 pesos to 6,000 pesos or both. Samantalang ang cyber libel naman ay punishable by 1 degree higher from that of a traditional libel. Okay? So, cyber libel is punishable by prison correctional in its maximum period to prison mayor in its minimum period, or from 4 years, 2 months and 1 day to 8 years. And a fine may be imposed in addition to imprisonment. As a note, the truth is generally a defense, as I have said earlier. Truth is generally a defense in cyber libel or libel cases, but only if the statement was made with good motives and for justifiable ends. Additionally, fair commentaries on matters of public interest made in good faith and without malice are typically not considered libelous. So, ayan po. I hope natuto kayo sa mga sinabi ko. Thank you!